Good morning, everyone. It is voting day here in Georgia. I am outside the Phoebe Education Building at 1000 North Jefferson Street. But beware, I kind of got lost coming here. You would want to turn onto 3rd Avenue, and when you turn onto 3rd Avenue, you'll see all these big signs. They will lead you right to where you have to vote. You will not miss them like I did. There's a couple of them out here. There's people already parked in the parking lot. So you want to come out. This is 1000 North Jefferson. Polling starts at 7 a.m. this morning, so just a few minutes until polling starts, and it closes at 7 p.m. There are 9 other, shall I say, places in the Dougherty County system to vote. One is Palmyra Methodist Church, the Covenant Church, Shiloh Baptist Church, Jackson Heights Elementary, Sherwood Elementary as well, Mary Acres Middle School, Carver Teen Center, Littman Cathedral, and Albany Middle School. So this Phoebe Educational Building is 1 out of the 10 places where you can vote. And coming up in 7 o'clock, we will have all 10 listed on a graphic for you with each address. So stay tuned for that. Right now, we're going to head over to Doug, who is at another polling place. Doug?
Yeah, thanks, Sasha. It is election day here. The polls open up at 7 o'clock a.m. very soon, actually. I'm on Palmyra Road outside the Palmyra Methodist Church, one of the many voting locations here in the county. Now, later on, we'll tell you about a couple more voting locations and the candidates, actually, for today's election. So that will be coming up very, very soon here on Good Day. For now, let's throw it back to the studio with Kelly and Chris.
And in Georgia, we've got more on voting today.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining in to Good Day this morning. It is election day, and as Chris said earlier, it's time to get your vote on. I am here at one of the 10 polling places in Dougherty County today. I am at the Phoebe Education Building at 1000 North Jefferson Street. There's a bunch of signs that say vote here behind me that lead all the way here, but if you're not sure exactly where this is, it is downtown, and it's easier if you get to 3rd Avenue. And it's 311 3rd Avenue in this big building. It's not hard to miss at all. And just a heads up, if you're not sure who is running in Wards 2 and 3 today, here's a list for you if we can bring up that graphic. The candidates for Ward 2, there are 3 candidates today. There's Bobby Ray Coleman, Ivy Hines, and Demetrius Love. Those 3 candidates are running for Ward 2 today. And in Ward 3, we also have a graphic to show you for that. We have Cheryl Calhoun, BJ Fletcher, and Christopher Glenn Pike. Those 3 are running in Ward 3. So if you're voting for a ward, you want to make sure you know who you're going to vote for and who is running if you want to do some research before you come out. And don't forget, there is one thing that you need to bring with you when you vote. If you don't bring it, you cannot cast your ballot. So what you need is a form of identification. So there are 6 different kinds that you can bring. One is a state-issued ID. Another is your Georgia's driver's license with your picture on it. Hopefully it is current. You do need a current valid license. You also could bring a valid employee photo ID, a valid U.S. passport, a valid military photo ID, or a valid tribal photo ID. One of those 6 will help you cast your ballot today, and you need that. And don't forget, it's Wards 2 and Wards 3 that are up for election today, and there are 3 candidates in each. The polling places just have opened at the top of this hour at 7 a.m. I've seen a couple, maybe 2 or 3 people trickle in and go ahead and vote. So hopefully we can catch an interview with one of them sometime today. And don't forget, there are 10 places in Dougherty County to vote. When I come back, we'll list every single one of them for you with an address. But right now, back to you guys in the studio.
A good day, everybody. I have a couple locations here for you. The polls are now open. They opened at 7 o'clock. I am outside of Palmyra Methodist Church on Palmyra Road, and already people are starting to line up to vote here. I have a couple people holding signs over to my left, but let me get you up to date on all of the locations where you can cast your vote today. For Terrell County, there is one location. It is the governmental building on 955 Forester Drive Southeast. For Lee County, it is the Smithville Community Building at 106 Main Street in Smithville, and that is just for the city of Smithville, Ward 3 and 4 only. For Worth County, it is the Henry Hall Woolard Building. That is at 701 West Wallace Street. That is a citywide election. For Baker County, it will be it is on West Broad Street. I have a full There are actually several locations for Baker County. The Newton precinct will be at the Baker County Court Historical on 108 South Main Street. In Newton, for Hoggard Mill, it will be 5600 Hoggard Mill Road in Colquitt. For Anna, it will be 1000 Georgia Highway, Highway 200 in Leary. For El Model, it will be 1694 Jericho Road in Newton. And for Milford, it will be 1612 Patmos Milford Road in Leary. Those are your voting locations. Voter turnout today expected to be a bit lower than last year. Of course, last year was a presidential election, so that probably had something to do with it. Last year, in Dougherty County, which is where we are right now, 54,258 people voted. That is a 70%, or just over, is a 70.24% voter turnout. We are expecting less than that this year. I did call a few of the offices, the election offices. They did say any time of the day, any time of the morning, you can come and cast your vote, and you probably won't get held up to the point where it's going to really put a dent in your day. Now, for more information on this, you can, of course, call your election office for your respective ward or your respective county, and they will give you all the information that you need. For right now, I'll see you guys a little later, but for right now, let's send it back to the studio.
Thanks, Kelly. And Mr. Chris Hardy, you were exactly right. Today is a very important day. It is the local elections. I am here in Dougherty County in one of the 10 different places where you can cast your local election ballot. I am here at the Phoebe Education Building on 1000 North Jefferson. It's a little easier to find if you're going to Google it. If you don't really know where it is, to type in 311 3rd Avenue. It will take you right here to where I'm at. There are voting signs everywhere. You can find them everywhere, actually. That's how I found where I was supposed to be. People, one by one, people are starting to trickle in. But if you don't live too close to this education building, there are 9 other places where you can go vote. Let me list all 10, including this one for you, if we can bring up that graphic. The first one is Palmyra Methodist Church on 1600 Palmyra Road. Another is Covenant Church, 2126 West Edgewater Drive. Another voting location is Shiloh Baptist Church at 325 Whitney Avenue. You also have the Phoebe Education Building here at 1000 North Jefferson Street. You have Jackson Heights Elementary at 1305 East 2nd Avenue. You also have Sherwood Elementary at 2200 Barnesdale Way. You have Mary Acres Middle School at 1601 Florence Drive. You have the Carver Teen Center at 1028 South McKinley Street. You have Littman Cathedral at 1129 Whitney Avenue. And lastly, you have Albany Middle School at 1700 Cordele Avenue. Those are the 10 places where you can cast your vote. Just as Mr. Chris Hardy said, it is a very important election. It is the local election. It is not as big as the election we had last year with the presidential election, but it is still very important to cast your vote. So far, I've only seen 4 or 5 people coming in, but hopefully that will change as things go on. And stay with Good Day. We have more election stuff coming up from Doug Reardon, who is at a different location. And also, I'll be naming some other things going on here today. But stay with us. Right now, we're going to a break.
Yeah, hey guys, thank you. Yeah, it is election day. The polls open at 7 o'clock. I am live here from Palmyra Methodist Church on Palmyra Road here in Dougherty County. But what I'm going to do right now is give you some of the candidates for the races in our neighbors to the west, Worth County. All right, so here we go. For the Sylvester mayoral race, it is Terrell Carter and your incumbent William Yurda. For the Commissioner Ward 4, Johnny Blake, Beverly Drayton, and your incumbent Larry Johnson. For Warwick, for your Warwick mayoral race, Alan Peacock is your incumbent, Donald Watson, and Juanita Kinchen. For your City Council District 1 Post 1, it is Janet James, your incumbent, and Christopher Wheeler. And for Poland City Council Post 5, it is Stan Giddens and your incumbent, Robert Greer. Now those are for Worth County. Of course, we gave you earlier, and we will give you again later, the locations for where you can go and cast your vote. Again, polls do open at 7, and Sasha and I will be live on location during voting day here. It is a little chilly out. Chris will probably tell you more about that later, but People are already starting to line up here. As I said earlier, there are some voters to my right. There are some people with signs to my left. People are honking. It is election day. You can feel it in the air. Let's send it back to you guys in the studio.
Chris, it is actually pretty cold out here. My toes and my fingers are frozen right now. There's a chilly breeze going on this election day, and I'm outside one of the 10 places you can go vote in Dougherty County. I'll tell you where all the places are and who is running in wards 2 and 3 later on. Back to you guys. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Good Day here on this Tuesday, which is election day. As you can see, it's pretty breezy outside and it's pretty gloom. And gloom is the look that I'm seeing right now. I've seen one person come vote. So I don't know if it's a slow election day, but let's look at the results from last year's election in 2012. Last year, there was a little over 54,000 people who were registered to vote in Dougherty County, and only a little over 38,000 people voted, which comes out to roughly 70%. Right now, we're not even at 1% of people who came to vote. I've seen one elder lady who came to vote that spoke with me a bit, and that was it. So hopefully more of you guys do come out and vote. And for the people who do not live in Worth County, I have the names of the people who are running in Worth County, actually. So in Sylvester, we have the mayor election that's going on, and the two candidates are Terrell Carter and William Yerda. Yerda is he is rerunning this year. And we also have another election going on for Commission Ward 4. The people running in that election are Johnny Blake, Beverly Drayton, and Larry Johnson. And Larry Johnson is rerunning this year again. And in Warwick, it is also a mayor election going on. You have 3 candidates in that election. You have Alan Peacock, who is rerunning again this year. You have Donald Watson, and you also have Junata Kitchen. Those are the 3 people running in Warwick for mayor. And also in Warwick, you have people running for the City Council District 1, Post 1. There are only 2 candidates running for that. You have Janet James, who is rerunning again, and you also have Christopher Wheeler. Those are for City Council District 1, Post 1 in Warwick. And lastly, in Worth County, you have Poland, and there is one election going on for City Council Post 5. There are 2 candidates running for election. There's Stan Giddens and Robert Greer. Robert Greer is the one rerunning for election. So that's all in Worth County. There are 5 different elections going on in Worth County. When I come back, I will tell you what's going on in Dougherty County and where you can come vote. Chris, it's freezing out here. What's going on? Because my toes are so cold. I am out here, like you said, on election day, and it is nippy and it is cold, and I've seen one person come to vote. Maybe they're not coming to this location because there are 9 other locations other than the one I'm at. Let me read all 10 of them for you so you can figure out which one is closer to your house, and that's where you can go. So if you can bring up that graphic. The first place is Palmyra Methodist Church at 1600 Palmyra Road. Another is Covenant Church at 2126 West Edgewater Drive. We also have Shiloh Baptist Church at 325 Whitney Avenue. We have Phoebe Education Building, which is where I'm at 1000 Jefferson Street. We also have Jackson Heights Elementary, which is at 1305 East 2nd Avenue. We have Sherwood Elementary at 2200 Barnesdale Way. We have Mary Acres Middle School at 1601 Florence Drive. Carter Teen Center at 1028 South McKinley Street. Littman Cathedral at 1129 Whitney Avenue. And last, we have Albany Middle School at 1700 Cordele Avenue. Those are the 10 places where you can go vote today. It is election day. Take charge and go get your vote on. That is the most important thing. So if you guys can come do that, there's a couple people coming out right now, which is a good sign. So hopefully more of you do come, but we'll see how it goes. Back to you guys in the studio.
Yeah, hey guys, I am here outside of Palmyra Methodist Church on Palmyra Road, one of the many voting locations here in Dougherty County. But what we're going to do right now actually is tell you about our neighbors to the west here in Worth County. We're going to give you the candidates for those races. So let's start off with the Sylvester mayoral race. You have Terrell Carter versus your incumbent William Yerda. For Commission Ward 4, you have Johnny Blake, Beverly Drayton, and your incumbent Larry Johnson. For Warwick, for the mayoral race, you have your incumbent Alan Peacock, challengers Donald Watson and Juanita Kenchen. And for Warwick City Council District 1 Post 1 is your incumbent Janet James and challenger Christopher Wheeler. Lastly, for Poland City Council Post 5, you have Stan Giddens and Robert Greer. So those are your candidates for Worth County. Now, last year, 54,258 people turned out to vote. That is just over 70%. That is about 70.24%. Make sure you log on to our website, mysouthwestga.com, or our Facebook page to vote, because we want to see now how voter turnout is this year, because they were expecting it to be a little bit lower. So go onto our Facebook page, onto our website, make sure you vote on the poll, and happy voting. Back to you guys.